How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been a couple of weeks since I made a video and I apologise for that. But next week we are going drifting in the car and I need to get this thing finished. So over the past couple of weeks I've been busy. I went ahead and got myself a shit ton of skid wheels. So now altogether I have 14 skid wheels, all 16 inch. So they won't look the best, but who cares? They're just for burning off tyres and get cheap tyres for 16s, so that's great. So yeah, today we've got, well actually I went ahead and threw the spacers on. They arrived a couple of days ago. So you can see fitment on this thing is much better now. It's got nice deep dish black alloys on it. The fitment is pretty much perfect. However, the passenger side is a lot lower than the driver's side. As you can see in here, it's pretty much touching. Well, it actually is touching the arch on that side, so I need to go ahead and raise that. So we need to raise the back end a little bit today and throw the passenger seat back in, because I've still not done that. I took it out when I got the car back to spray the inside, and I've still not put the passenger side back in, so we need to do that. Probably other things I want to do as well, but there are two main things I need to get done today. Oh, I need to trim the arches, because the arches have such a big lip on the inside that I actually need to trim that away so that the wheels don't rub on the arches and therefore crack all the fiberglass and fuck my nice new expensive fiberglass arches, which I don't want, because I like the arches looking straight now, because you remember what they looked like before, and now that they're all one colour and they're all fixed, I want them to stay that way for as long as possible. So yeah, that's what we're going to go ahead and do. I'm going to start by adjusting the passenger side coilover, bringing it up to match the other side. So as you can see right here, the coilover itself is really dirty, so I'm going to give that a clean first. No, that's fucking nasty. Yeah, we're going to give that a clean. As you can see, I've started cleaning it here. So all I'm doing to clean that is I'm using some WD-40 under microfiber, and I'm just spraying the WD-40 on and rubbing it down. Quite simple. Not really much to it, so I'll just skip right ahead and get this done. I went ahead, cleaned most of the threads on the coilovers, which is going to make it a lot easier for the rings to spin and therefore adjust the height. So on these coilovers, this ring here is what adjusts the height. These adjust the preload, so I don't want to touch these. I just want to knock this loose, and then this part actually threads in and out of this bottom part. A lot of coilovers do this now, but a lot of people still adjust it with this ring here. So I don't want to do that, because that'll fuck up the suspension. So unfortunately I have lost all my C spanners, so I'm going to have to adjust this with a screwdriver and a hammer. So basically I'm just going to put the screwdriver in one of these little notches, give it a bash, that'll break it loose, and I should be able to turn this coilover once that's loose. So I'll prop you down the tripod and get to it. Okay guys, so that was an absolute pain in the ass, so I ended up turning the camera off. What I ended up having to do was the screwdriver was just digging into the ring, and I didn't want to do that too much, because nah. So what I'd done was I found this, this is an actual punch, if the camera would adjust. This is an actual punch, and I squeezed this in. It was a bit of a pain in the ass, I got a few sore ones on the hand, but as you can see, I got the ring nice and loose, turning. So we're going to have to go ahead, screw this up, and now we should be able to thread this out of the coilover like that. See how the full thing's turning? That's actually raising the car as I do that. So what I'm going to do, once I've found the height I want it at, what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just lube this up like fuck, so that it doesn't do this again. And I'm going to keep doing this over time to make sure the coilovers are nice and greased up, so if I ever need to adjust them again, it's not going to be an absolute pain in the ass to do, because that sucked. So guys, unfortunately I can't find a measuring tape to measure the opposite side to get an exact reading on how the height is set on this side, because the driver's side is about ideal for how I want it. But I learned this trick from Jimmy Oakes, so shout out to Jimmy Oakes. You take an old card, this is just some old PC World gift card I have in my wallet, and you just use it and you click down the threads and just count how many threads are exposed, and then you just replicate it on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So guys, after that I went ahead and counted 52 threads. So I'm going to do 52 threads on the other side, and it should be around the same height. It might not be perfect, but it will be around the same. Okay guys, so it turns out I just had that pretty much perfect. So what we're going to do now is, because we used the punch to knock this loose that way, we're going to use the exact same method and just punch it tight this way and make sure nothing is going to come loose on track. Okay guys, so I started trying to use the hacksaw blade to cut away the inner arch, but it was taking forever, and I decided just to put the car down and see how it was sitting. And honestly, I think there's going to be enough clearance. The only wheels this is going to be a problem with is these ones, because these ones poke so much. The rest of my wheels have a smaller offset, therefore won't be sticking out this far. So the worst case scenario, if next week, if they start to rub and I'm getting worried about my arches, I'll just change to the smaller wheels. And it should stop any rubbing. So there's no way I can really test it right now without taking it out there, and I don't really want to, because I would need to move the truck and everything and get that out of the way. So, I mean, there's a good couple of fingers of space in there. And it's not monster trucking too bad, it still looks quite good. So I'm going to leave it like that right now, and we'll find out if it rubs next week. If it does rub, as I said, we'll just change the wheels to a smaller wheel. So now I'm going to go ahead and throw the passenger seat in, and I hate fucking installing seats. It's the worst thing, hence why I've put it off for so long. But the sooner it's done, the better. So we're just going to go ahead, throw it in, get that done, and then I'm nearly finished today. And then it's just getting the car ready for, I'm sure there's a couple of things I've forgot I need to do, but that's the main thing, so I'm going to get that in right now. Both seats are in, secured, and as you can see, it looks like a decent little passenger car again. But I do have one more thing. A couple of weeks ago, Gianni from Status Error posted on Facebook about his mat and how this is possibly going to be the last time he was ever going to make them. So I jumped on that and I bought some mats. These are not going to be, these are just, you know, for aesthetics. They're not going to do anything. But fuck it, you know, I thought they'd look quite cool in the car, so. Oh yeah, look at that. That's sick. I do like that. The bucket seats and now the steering wheel and now the status errors. Oh, it looks awesome. So happy with how the interior is now. Compared to how I got it. I mean, when I got it, it was a piece of shit. But, yeah, so car's actually nearly done. I don't know what else to do. We're going to put, obviously, throw the other mat in, but other than that, there's not much else for me to do before next week. So off camera, I got a little bit bored, just waiting about, kind of, don't know what to do. But got a little bored and decided to get the matching wheels off of the greenness that's sitting outside and throw them on this just to see what it would look like. I mean, I knew it would look better anyway, but holy fuck. It looks so much better with all matching wheels on it. Look at that. Matching wheels. Fitment's not great on the back. There's a little bit of tuck. But it looks awesome. I don't know if this will happily spin 18s on the back or if it's going to be a bit boggy with them on, but we're going to give it a try and see what happens. Yeah, really happy with that. But anyway guys, I think I'm going to end the video right here. It's probably a shorter one than usual. I hope you enjoyed it though. Just doing a couple of wee things, getting the car ready for next week. Honestly, can't wait. I'll just take a minute to think about how far this car's came just in a matter of weeks, being that bashed blue thing that kind of resembled a car to this grey awesomeness. I mean, I'm not completely sold on the grey. It's not the colour I would have chose, but it still looks 10 times better than how it did now that it's all one colour and it's matching and stuff. I'm so happy with it. I can't wait to get out on the track again, drive it, and just see where the car takes me now. I mean, we've got, I wasn't going to say anything, but in September I'm actually going drifting at Teesside for one of the Flat Out Factory open days, so that should be quite fun. Looking forward to branching out and drifting somewhere else other than just Driftland all the time, because it gets a bit boring after a while. I mean, I've been driving Driftland for 2, maybe 3 years, and it's the only place I've drove. It's the only place I've ever drifted, so a change of scenery will be a bit nice, a bit better to learn a new track and stuff. So I'm excited for that, but that's a wee while yet. So anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video guys. I'm not going to bother saying comment, like, subscribe and all that, because I noticed a trend in myself where I was just kind of pumping out really crap videos, and I'm not saying this one's going to be any better, but I felt like the videos I was pumping out just weren't very good, and I'd always say comment, like, subscribe, and really that's not the person I wanted to be. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys.